new card game here. Not sure if you've ever played it before. It's just a generic card game. So I'm gonna split this in half, and this is your deck, okay?
Right.
So every single time, like, you put down a card, and whoever has the highest card wins that round and gets to take a single piece of candy and put it in their own jar, okay? You with me so far?
It's gonna take a long time to get a bag of candy.
So then after we're out of all of our cards, whoever has the most candy is like claim the winner, which is obviously gonna be me. So
Sure.
we can just see how it goes just to
Right. And
process
we
time.
flip at the same time?
Yeah, okay. 1, 2.
Really? Enjoy your one candy, because I'll have all the rest. After you get 2 candies.
Just this once. You're lucky. Told you.
I think someone needs to learn how to shuffle properly. Oh, I see how it is.
I shuffled these very well, just for your information.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes later.
Oh my gosh. You're really drawing this out. Hope you feel good.
Just a little bit.
I'm gonna take like 6 for my next one.
Uh-huh, if you ever get it.
Oh, I will. I'm never introducing this game to my family.
Approximately 10 hours later.
You know, I could take this one for you. You seem to have a little much there.
Well, maybe later. Maybe not.
Ah! This
Got
is
lucky.
like what? Time number 6?
Mm-hmm.
It was worth it. I don't think you have any room left there.
Well, you can always make room for candy.
I think there is a point at which you cannot.
Well, let's
Okay.
see about that. So, last card.
I'm gonna win.
Oops. Maybe
Next
not.
time.
I'm not even gonna bother putting the candy on top. I'm kind of overflowing here. Just a little bit.
So, it's a game, right? You can share some with me.
But I won this all. This is mine.
In a game
But I
of
won it.
luck
But I won it.
that has no skill involved.
But I still won it.
You're unbelievable.
Well, let's just get to work, okay? I'll take my candy to go. Hey!
Hey Buena Vista Baptist kids, welcome back. Do any of you guys remember what responsibility is? Responsibility is showing others that you can be trusted with what's expected of you. Last week, we talked about being responsible with work or with chores. But what if there were other things you could be responsible with? As you guys saw in our video today, Kira is unusually good at the game cards. So good, in fact, that she beat me nearly every time. And that got her a lot of candy. But did she eat all the candy at once? Nope, she saved it. She was responsible with her candy and she made it last as long as she possibly could. What Kira did is called being responsible with material things. Some examples of material things are food or candy, toys, money, and many, many more things. It's important to be responsible with material things, and it's also important to share material things. Oftentimes, when we save stuff like money or candy, we often forget or get carried away and forget to pay attention to the fact that other people have less. Kira had more than enough candy to share, but she was so focused on winning more, she forgot to pay attention to the fact that I had less than her. In In today's Bible story, we're going to learn about a man who does the same thing. He's so focused on getting more material things for himself that he forgets to pay attention to anyone else. He also gets in trouble with God, and we're going to see how that plays out today.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 12, verses 13 through 21.
Everywhere Jesus went, large crowds followed him. Some really wanted to learn and change. Some were just curious. Others, like the religious leaders, listened to Jesus' words so they could trap him with tricky questions. But there were some people who just wanted Jesus to back them up, to tell them that their way was the right way. One of these was a man, we'll call him Ezra.
Teacher! Hey! Teacher!
Ezra's demand was loud enough that everyone stopped talking to look at him.
Are you gonna let me through or what?
Ezra shoved through the crowd, dragging another man behind him, his brother.
Teacher! You've got to tell my brother here that he has to divide the family property with me.
Ezra's brother looked like he wanted to sink straight into the ground. Jesus turned to Ezra.
Friend, who made me judge or umpire between you?
People listen to you. I thought you could, just settle this. Tell my brother I'm right.
Watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has.
That is not what I asked.
Jesus didn't argue with the man. Instead, he told a story, a parable. If he had told this story today, it might sound just a little something like this. There once was a rich man whose field grew a fantastic crop of grain. Perhaps it was corn. His manager brought him the good news.
Sir, we're set to bring in a bumper harvest of cobs and kernels.
Yes! Go me!
Oh, well, your employees did an excellent job of preparing the fields.
Go me!
And there was a lot of sunshine.
Go me!
And just the right amount of rain.
Go me!
Yes, go you.
Harvest the crop at once!
Well, we're working on that. There's just a little problem.
Problem? Who messed up? Fire them at once!
Oh, no. It's a good problem. You don't have enough barn space to store all your grain.
I'm just too successful. Go me.
Well, I was thinking you could share some of the grain.
Share it.
Well, yes. Some extra bushels for your employees, maybe give some of it away, popcorn for all the kids in town, hold a cornbread festival for everyone.
But it's all mine.
Oh, yes, it is.
I know. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I can store up all the extra grain for myself.
Oh.
See to it. I want those new barns up by the time the corn harvest is in.
Yes, sir.
The old barns were torn down and brand new, bigger barns were built.
Perfection. Is the corn harvest complete?
Yes, sir. All finished.
Excellent. Have the men store it all in these new barns immediately.
But they're so tired.
I said immediately.
Yes, sir.
At last, the rich man's entire corn crop was stored in his shiny new barns. He settled back in a comfy deck chair and surveyed his property as the sun set.
Go me! Self, you've done pretty well for yourself. You got grain stored away for a lot of years to come.
He popped a gourmet corn chip into his mouth.
Self, take it easy. Eat, drink, and live it up.
You foolish man.
The rich man nearly choked on his chip.
Excuse me?
The rich man looked around, but he could see no one. He was entirely alone.
Oh, great. Is this supposed to be some God moment where I discover what I've been doing wrong?
That's exactly what it was.
You foolish man. Tonight I will take your life away from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?
Could we come up with a different ending to this story?
But there was no way out for the rich man. He had chosen to focus only on what he could keep for himself. Jesus wrapped up his parable by explaining,
That is how it will be for whoever stores things away for themselves, but is not rich in the sight of God.
We don't know how Ezra responded, but maybe, just maybe, he started worrying less about getting more of his family's stuff. Maybe he started to care a little more about sharing what he did have with his brother.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart.
Have you ever saved anything up? Like if your parents give you an allowance, you save it up in a piggy bank and then spend it on that car you've really been wanting. Or if you're playing a game and one of the rules is that you get a candy every time you win, you can either save it up or eat it right then and there. Earlier today, as you guys saw, Ethan and I did just that, except I saved it all up and Ethan dabbled into it every now and then. Now, don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with either. But the problem is when you get a little selfish and you keep it all to yourself, just like I ended up doing and what the rich man in our story did today. Rather than sharing with those around him, even though he had plenty for himself and plenty to share, he upgraded his barns so that he could keep it all for himself. He thought more about himself than those that are around him, especially those that were less fortunate than him. In your lifetime, you will have plenty of opportunities to save up and share what you have. And you have to make sure you do so because it's our responsibility to share. Romans 12:13 says this, "Share with the Lord's people who are in need and practice hospitality." Parents, don't forget to check out the parent guides that are found on our website. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.